one other story. Melanie Vogel was a lady who was in my first campaign for governor. She was about 25, lawyer, lived in Boulder. She was dying with cancer. She carried a backpack of oxygen during the campaign. When I transitioned from campaign to governor, I made a very strong flat rule. Nobody comes into this government except on merit, not just because you were in a campaign. Two women high in my campaign, Sue, who ran the campaign, and B.J. Thornberry, came to me and said, "You're going to hire Melanie." I said, "No, I'm not running a hospital." And they said, "No, Melanie really has talent and we can use her. She's a lawyer. We'll put her in charge of helping you decide who to appoint judges." So they forced me, because I have such respect for them. I was open to the fact that I don't agree with you, but I'll buy this. So we hired Melanie. Then she got more ill. They had to move her from Boulder down to within 5 blocks of the Capitol. And then a group in the governor's office formed a hospice group for her, 8 people to be her hospice. They came to me and said, "You're a part of the 8. I said, "I got a government to run?" And they said, "No, you have never had this experience. You need to have this experience." And so again, I respected these 2 women, same 2 women, so much that I said, okay. And I joined the hospice group. And I would sit on her porch on Saturday morning and take care of her dog and do things that a hospice group would do. A DC-10 from Denver crashed in Iowa. That day was right around when Melanie died. And Melanie was in a hospital room, and this hospice group was in the hallway. And they said, "Somebody's got to go in and tell Melanie that, she's going to live a couple, 3 days. You're the guy who's got to do it." So I said, okay. I went into the hospital room. Melanie was there cuddling a teddy bear. And I had the conversation with her, which was a tough conversation. I came back out and I said, "What's the deal with the teddy bear?" And the hospital group said, "You don't know?" I said, "No." They said, "You gave that to her." And what it was, I was in the office one day, somebody comes in, gives you a big teddy bear. What do? You give it to the first aid, you see and say, "Here, this is yours." So I had done that to Melanie. I'd forgotten it. She had put it in her will to be buried with that teddy bear. I was very important to Melanie. I was forced to be. I didn't choose. I'm telling this story not with pride. You follow?
Yes, sir.
I was forced to do this. And it's the most vivid illustration I can give to you of people who have merit or truth, experience that can share with you, and you want to resist it. Sometimes they force you to learn things you need to learn. And it's the most vivid story I have in my life of doing something I didn't want to do, but learning later that was the right thing to do. And it was good friends who forced me to be open that much more than I normally would be. That's the gift friends, fraternities, other people give to you. And and this is the closing comment, the most important thing to remember at age 94 is, what's the important thing in life? The important thing in life is that you live with a group of people who care enough about you to keep helping you find a better level of performance and a better level of being a human being. And I had that group, and that's what I'm probably most thankful about in all of my public service, is not the things I did. I often said, in my tombstone, you can put the following: "Here lies Roy Romer, who cannot remember what he did, but can remember who he did it with." Thank you.
Thank you.